Short for fanatic is the one who's screaming their lungs out in sub-0 degree temperatures, still believing when the chips are down, and never, ever giving up on their teams or their players. From the closest seat to the worst one, we want to meet you all. This is the American Fan.
What's going on, sports fans? It's Josh Williams back again with another episode of the American Fan 365 podcast. My voice is slowly starting to get stronger. It's like Skywalker. It's getting stronger.
Oh,
every episode. I don't know what's been going on, but without further ado, I got to introduce the bearded one in the back who. He's wearing a Devil Rays hat
little
now.
Devil Rays.
Bro,
are they the team? I don't know, people. I don't know whether or not I should go with the Devil Rays next year.
You're supposed to listen.
Do I go with the Rangers again?
Yes, you're supposed to. That is your team. They have given you free money. You rode with them from the beginning to the end. You went to a World Series game.
I did all that.
If that doesn't make you a fan of that organization by now, and look, okay, wait. Set all that to the side. This team had never won before. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to just pick the Yankees and we're going to see what happens. They got a good number and maybe I'm a Yankee fan now. This is the Rangers. They have been not a trash organization, but they have not
They've been
won.
Pretty bad.
They've not won. So you called their first win ever.
Yeah.
Like that's some Nostradamus type stuff. You're supposed to stick with that ride. You're supposed to. Your son's supposed to be a Rangers fan now. That's how we're moving
Do I name
forward.
my son Walker, and then the next one Texas, and then the third one Ranger? Is that what you're referring to?
No.
Or do I name him Cody Seager, Marcus Simeon, and Adolis Garcia?
Or you could just name him Dallas, and that would kind of be a nod to your aunt Dallas.
Ooh.
Oh, didn't think I'd go there, but yeah, you could just name him Dallas, and you'd be right all along.
My two Labradors when I was a kid were named Dallas and Cowboy, and that's when my dad had. My mom was the one that was like, "I want dogs," and my dad's like, "They're named Dallas and Cowboy," and I'm like, and it didn't work. I'm a Saints fan, like so.
Your dad's a Cowboy fan?
Yeah.
How did this slip through the cracks?
Dude,
that's right. No. Remember we were
Cubans.
talking about it in the car. We were talking about it. I was giving them crap about it in the car. You're right.
Cubans also just love very American things. Like back in the day, the Reds, super American. Cowboys doesn't get any bigger than that. Like Cubans, once they step on American soil, it's like they may as well just be Texans. Pretty much, bro.
Oh my gracious. Well, let's see. What else did I have to say? Before we get started, George, is it better to have found your quarterback and lose your coach, or have the right coach and no quarterback?
Find the quarterback. I think my mind's finally made up on this one. I used to think it was a coach thing because I liked coaches and I thought they had way more input onto the end of the game. They don't. They really don't, bro. So definitely find the quarterback, fire the coach.
Well, with that being said, I think my Washington Commanders have found our quarterback. Sam Howell has been playing well. I'm jumping ahead in the NFL, but I'm going to just open here because I'm not even going to talk about my game further after this. But I think it's time to be done with Ron Rivera, time to be done with Jack Del Rio. I love Eric Bieniemy. I think that the offense can continue to grow with him, and I do not want Sam Howell to be in a Jason Campbell situation where he has to learn a new offensive system every offseason. If we can hire Eric Bieniemy as the head coach, I think him implementing a very attacking defense with the pieces that we have, we could be a very decent team. So that's my Redskin or Commander moment. Before we get rolling. What do you think, George?
Oh, yeah. No, they covered for me. And I am infinitely grateful for that. But to score a touchdown on the opening drive and then not score again until the final two drives of the game, this was a game where the Seahawks are frauds. So I know you guys are on the right path. Is Bieniemy necessarily going to take over that role? Everybody thinks so. But here's the thing. Do you think it's kind of like a pressure that you don't want? It's like the unwritten rule. I am kind of in charge in here. That's how it is with Ron right now. But I don't know. Do you think if he was a head coach, that might be a little too much pressure? Do you think he's built for it?
No. I mean, he's
always played second fiddle. You know what I mean?
Well, like, but this was his first year. Ron gave him more power than he's ever given any assistant coach. So he was an associate head coach. He's associate head coach and offensive coordinator. He ran the practices. He's done a lot of the implementation of scheduling and different things. He ran training camp for the most part. That was the reason why a lot of players were kind of coming out and being upset. But listen, our offense, I think our offense, the main thing really, before anything else, the offense needs offensive line help. So we need to draft a left tackle. We need to draft a right tackle in the first 2 rounds of the next draft. Or get them in free agency. I don't know who's out there, but get hopefully somebody that's 27 and younger.
Yeah.
That's up and coming and ascending. Pay them, and away we go. I think if those things happen, then we got a shot. Because our run game, everyone's like, oh, we need to run the ball. We've thrown the ball more than anybody in the league. We've thrown the ball, George, I think it was like 70 more times than Patrick Mahomes, and he was second.
Yeah, Sam Howell, every week I see in the standings for top passers in the league, like he's second right now for passing yards. I mean, they sling the rock, bro. They definitely don't run it.
We can't run it. It's second down, 2nd and 10. It was a first down run. 2nd and 10.
That's horrible.
2nd and 11. Like, 2nd and 11?
Yeah.
Throw the ball. Oh, we need to run. We need balance. No. Let it go. Let it go. But, George, let's go ahead and open up with some UFC recap. UFC 295. Great card, Madison Square Garden. This was originally supposed to be the Jones and Stipe Miocic card. And that, did you see Stipe walking in?
No.
Yeah, apparently Stipe might be hurt too.
Really?
Everyone was like, what's up with Stipe's hip? Like Stipe walked in like Phil Jackson. You can go ahead and find the clip if you can find it. But so it might not have just been John Jones. That might have been a mutual shaking of hands that, I don't think either of us could fight right now. But great card top to bottom, had some really, really big fights. Diego Lopez with another huge knockout. Here's joke. He trying to get around that hip. He trying to get around that hip holding his girl's hand.
Big limping.
But Diego Lopez had a great knockout. I did think. Did you watch the card, George?
I watched a good deal of the Aspinall fight, and then also the ending of the Perosia Yuri's fight. So like the last 2.
Yeah.
But other than that, this card didn't necessarily attract me, Josh. But for the sole reason of, man, these people who are fighters in the Middle East and that aren't necessarily like American superstars, it makes it hard to buy into the card.
That's not a draw for you.
That isn't. And
I got you.
And here's the thing. I even said it going into the card. Even if, no matter what the result is here, none of the follow-up is exciting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not excited to see, not Israel Adesanya. What's his name?
Hamzat Chimaev?
No. The one that just lost in the main event. Why am I blanking on his name?
Pereira. You're talking about Yuri Prochazka.
Yeah, either one of them, Prochazka or Pereira.
Yeah.
If either one of them wins, I'm not like, oh man, I'm stoked to see like who he calls out, like what this next big thing is going to be like.
Whoa, wait. First off, and this is for everyone out there, and I probably shouldn't even say this out loud. The reason this card even happened.
What?
Jamal.
Well,
Jamal getting injured in my event.
Kind of.
That's like, congratulations, Alex Pereira. This was not your moment, sir.
Wow.
And then tried to call out Israel afterwards. Like Jamal's like, no, homeboy, you got to see me first.
Yeah.
There's no Israel without me.
Jamal Hill is the most exciting. It just sucked. To me, it sucked.
It was a lesser
The other
fight.
card that they put together last second, the UFC 294, very exciting. Like, I felt way differently about that one. But this one, I'm like,
dang.
Yeah.
That sucks. And it was at the Garden. But just to go over some of the fights, Lupi Godinez beats Tabitha Ricci. Baby Shark. It was a split decision. I didn't see it as a split decision. I wanted Ricci to win, but just because I've met her and she's really, really cute. But she would, like, Lupi was on her the whole fight. Like, the entire fight, she was bringing the fight to her. Tabitha was on her back foot the whole fight. You know what I mean? I never felt like it was really that close, truthfully. I felt like Lupi did her thing. Another, like I said, Diego Lopez, huge knockout win. Benoit St. Denis, huge knockout win in the first round. A lot of first-round knockouts.
Yeah.
Jessica Andrade, Mackenzie Dern, another. I've met both of them. Jessica's very, very sweet. I love Jessica. Mackenzie Dern is just really, really hot, so I wanted her to win. And
good choices here.
Jessica took her down in the second round knockout. And back to your point, Tom Aspinall, I did not see that happening at all. He ran through Sergey Pavlovich. I did not see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, they're just fucking gargantuan. I love the heavyweights. It sucks that they do so much damage to themselves that you don't see them necessarily fight as many fights as you'd want them to see. But it's just violent, bro. Like, I fucking love it. Like, I love when Derek Lewis is going after and attacking. And the way that Tom Aspinall even said after the fight, like, I was terrified. Like, this was the fight that I was most scared of, like, staring at my opponent. How could you not be? Every fight. These guys are heavyweight, the biggest individuals you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Boy. That's why it's hilarious when Cutman Tate said I would kick Jamal Hill's ass right now. But like right now, like while he has like a hurt leg, I'm like, And even just thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know, man. Tate gets in close. Jamal just hits him with a secret kick, like a little kick right to the fucking dome piece.
Tate's
done.
I don't know. I'm not going to speak on Jamal's rehab just because this isn't the forum and I don't want anything. Of course, that will go viral. But listen, what Tate said was, he can't run after me right now. This is the time. Like, like you get your pot shot in, George, and you roll out.
Hey, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to chase you around, Tate. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, he does not need that.
The side note of all that is, Tate, you can't run. Tate's only getting you 5. He's only getting 10 feet away. Like, Jamal's going to walk him down like Michael Myers. Like, it's not,
that's hilarious.
It's not going to happen.
That's hilarious. By the way, in that Mackenzie Dern fight, did you hear that she'd gotten a divorce and that her entire purse was going to go to her husband? So before this fight, when I was told this, I was like, bro, she's for sure going to lose this fight. Like, why get the fight of the night bonus? Like, why try to get a knockout bonus? Why try to get a fucking fuck that motherfucker? Throw it. She lost in the second round TKO. I don't know.
Inside information.
I did not know that. And Bree Hunter was the one that told me that. And I was like,
To take a dive or not take a dive?
I would for sure do that.
That's not a...
That's the final fuck you in a divorce is like, you think I'm getting fight of the night, bitch? Fuck you.
You think you're winning? You have no idea what's coming, sir. No idea at all. And finally, talking about the main event. First off, man, did you watch the main event?
Yeah.
I will say that start of that fight was intense.
Yeah.
They were locked in. And do you feel it was a fast stoppage? Do you feel like the stoppage was correct?
Yeah, that was a bad stoppage, bro. Here's the thing.
Okay.
UFC's evolved. And I don't necessarily blame him, bro, because like these people, you just don't know. That next punch could kill that person.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
I definitely think there needs to be something instated where it's like, if there is a questionable stoppage, there's like a minute review, and then like, then we can get back into it. Like if it's, or it would be like how the boxing has their like a standing 8 count.
Yeah.
Do you think they would ever institute that?
This back-to-back episodes we've talked about instituting new rules. That's interesting. Maybe I'll say this, maybe only instituting that kind of stuff in championship fights.
Okay.
Like a championship fight, if you're I don't know, like what denotes a KO and what says this person should be given another chance. Like that, I guess, is the only sticking point, I would say.
Boxing has it pretty sound where it's just like, all right, stand up. I'm counting to 10. You have to walk towards me. If I think you're like cleared enough to go, then the thing is positioning, right?
Yeah,
so like there is going to be some time, right? We do say a 10-second standing count, but okay, so what if the position is Prey is on top of him? Like what type of starting position do you work with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think those are the types of things that everyone's going to be like, oh, well, that's why that's not going to happen. But they need to have it, bro, because you can see Yuri, even after that, sure, is he a little wobbly? These guys fucking have trained months.
Hurt.
Their entire life is training, and you're going to, oh, man, there was a minute left in the round, too.
Yeah.
It was like he would have held on.
Well, I'll say this. The only two things that I can say, because I thought it was a fast stoppage, but like you said, those stoppages are so touch and go anyway. The first part was those elbows to the back of the head, and then when he crumpled and went down, because he rocked him, he went to shoot because I'm hurt. Oh shoot, let me go ahead and slow this thing down.
Hold on.
He holds on, and then he starts punching him in the in his head, and then starts elbowing him in his head, and then he crumples, falls backwards. Yeah. He kind of it's one of those things like, I don't know, but then when Yuri said that it wasn't an improper stoppage, you kind of have to just tip your hat and say, all right.
Yeah.
If the guy is saying he was rocked and he was hurt, you kind of have to give him his moment. But to Jamal's point after the fight, I don't think either of them are on Jamal's level. The only thing that I could see Pereira giving Jamal problems are with those leg kicks.
They were vicious.
Because he hides them very well.
Yeah.
And Jamal already got small legs. He don't got thick calves, but he doesn't have small ones either. He's kind of in between.
Small ankles like a cat.
Yeah. And so I wouldn't want that to be the reason that the fight isn't, you know what I mean? Like, because he's basically, you're doing whatever you can to slow the fight down, but that's kind of the only thing that I would really see as the issue.
Yeah, I mean, those leg kicks, I was probably just as shocked as everybody else, where it's like, bro, I thought every time he switched back into his stance where that front leg was just getting torn up, I was like, you fire away. Like there is a clear, compromise to that man's stability. You got to attack. That's where Pereira, I think he fought that so much like a 5-round championship fight.
Yeah.
And I feel that's the thing, though, with the light heavyweight and the heavyweight. Once you see a single compromise, you got to go. Like, you can't wait and choose because
anything can happen. I can be hurt very quick.
And you could get taken down to the ground and, you lose all that momentum. The dude gets to recover.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he's scary. I can't believe he's just 9-2.
Yeah.
It's such a short career.
Yeah, no.
But very impactful.
I want to say this is only like his 4th or 5th
light heavyweight fight?
Well, no. This is only his second light heavyweight fight.
Oh, yeah, because he just went up recently.
Yeah, because remember, he just moved up. But I think he's only had like 5 fights, and 2 were Israel. I feel like he had like a fight, and then he fought Izzy. He beat him.
Yep.
Then he fought Izzy again and lost, and then he moved up. He beat Jan Blachowicz, and now he just fought for the title. He's got 2 title shots in 5 fights.
Yeah.
UFC never does that. But anyway, I ain't gonna say nothing.
He's still got to be a little more. I like the showmanship beforehand, but there's a bit of him that I'm like, I want you to be a superstar. Like, own the moment. Sell tickets. Like, it should be your video on UFC 295 all the time on repeat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully he can get there.
That's a good point. Our final around the world in sports news, Megan Rapinoe sadly tears her Achilles in her final soccer match. Man, it was in the championship of the NWSL versus I think it's Krieger. I think it's Allie Krieger. Can't remember. But versus one of her U.S. women's national team teammates. They both their teams had no business being in the championship. Both teams make it. It was both of their retirement games, and she tears her Achilles in the first 4 minutes of the match.
Wow.
Yeah. And we talked about this. I want to say last week or the week before. I feel like this is the year of the Achilles.
Yeah, everybody.
This is at least the 5th or 6th high-profile Achilles tear that we've had, and here this crazy man comes in with the twerk and what's going on? Talking about the Achilles tear of Megan Rapinoe. Marcus, you've dealt with injuries. Go ahead, put your headset on.
I was gonna freestyle.
I see. You was just gonna go. What do you talk about rehab and what that looks like, what that entails for fans?
Rehab is more along the lines of listening to your body, right? A lot of people push themselves to the limit and don't give themselves a chance to recover, right? Which meaning is in, of course I play basketball. The NBA, the guys play pretty much every other day.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the AAU circuit, these kids are playing 6 and 7 games in a weekend, right? So you'll be like, well, that's what you do. You have to have the conscious mind, the right mind, to sit out, and be like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to overdo it this weekend. You know what? I'll play 6 games. I'll do it one time a month, but you can't do it every single weekend.
Yeah.
And for her, it just sucks because, the last game and things like that. And, of course, you want to go out, on top and, leave it as it is, leave everything out there, right? And you don't get a chance because you feel that you were cut short. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, you definitely want to be able to walk off the field or walk off, give the wave. Yeah. You know what I mean? Walk around the stands, take it all in one last time.
Yeah,
and
sure.
And you end on a real injury, not just a small one.
So let me ask you a question. So in a situation like that, right? What do you do? Do you come back and try to give it one more go around the first game of next season? No, listen, and get your real life
your
farewell.
Your final send-off.
I mean, that'll be something that I think I would, try to pull off. Maybe get back healthy. I can't go out like that, man. There's no way, you know what I'm saying, with the competitive spirit that these athletes have in this day and time where they can, you know what I mean?
That's a good point. I think she wants to go home to Sue. I think it's her and Sue Bird. Her and Sue just they about to travel.
Yeah.
I mean, it messes up the travel plans. I'll say that.
Oh, definitely. You know what? I think, man, I got lucky. Yeah. I got lucky, and it's a part of luck. Being able to play as long as I've played, right? And you don't start. People look at the professional career, and it's not where it started, right? It starts. You got to think AAU, then it goes to high school, then you go to college. You see what I'm saying? Then you're professional. Well, like I said, you only get one set of knees. You only get one set of ankles and,
That's
2 Achilles and things like that. So, you have to manage, your body. You have to listen to your body, know. And like I said, within a 20-year career, I was able to get out with no injuries. And, people ask me all the time, how did I do it? I told them I didn't waste my anytime minutes, which meaning if I'm not getting paid, I'm not going to be out there playing, right? And what it does, it takes away from the competitive spirit because who don't want to catch a pickup game, right? Who don't want to play one-on-one? Who don't want to work on their skill? But once you turn professional, you have to have that mindset. I'm going to protect this investment.
That's deep. That's interesting because I mean, we know Jordan played all the time. But then some people play all the time. That's a different way to look at it in terms of, you know what I mean? I have to make sure that I am able to do my job to the best of my ability. And sometimes the additional wear and tear, especially too, you know what I mean? Jerome used to always play all the time, but he would always like half do it.
You can't half do it. And that's the difference with me. Like, it's no way I can play a pickup game. Like, think about this.
Yeah.
I pick up full court.
Yeah.
You don't want me in a pickup run.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm there for. I don't care this is what I do. So how can I go at medium speed and still be Marcus Banks? How can your brother be JYD and still go at medium speed? Like, if anything, guess what? That's how I save my body. You know what? If I'm going to go half speed, I'd rather go get on treadmill.
See, so Jerome, he used to frustrate me so much in the pro-ams because – you know, these other dudes, they are going at him like, hey, and Jerome like just kind of sleepwalking. He'll go give you 30, but like he's not like, I'm like, Jerome, dunk on these fools. Like, what are we doing? We're like, I'm in here. I got people chirping in my ear. Like, no, we got to do something.
Not when
like,
you want to be healthy for that upcoming season.
I never looked at it like that. I never looked at it like that.
Think about it, man. You only get so many dunks. Like if they had a number on the body, right, or how many dunks, like the body can uphold or jumps. Like what's that number? Like think about it. Kobe had the ball. Yeah. And he was on a rip through.
Yeah. On the Achilles.
And not even it was nothing. Nothing there. No resistance, no nothing. It was just that time, right? Yeah. So you'll be like,
that's fair.
What was it? I don't even want to say it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna let that go.
Yeah.
Right? But it gotta be a expiration date.
Well, no. So do you know the Moses Malone and Charles Barkley story with dunks?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So Moses, right? So Charles, Charles like first practice dunking everything, like Charles Barkley, right? And Moses like, young fella better lay them up, right? And like so Charles like probably about 10 years into his career was like, I'm gonna start laying these balls up because he's like your knees like you just can't. You look, I look at Zion now. It's so interesting. Zion had a highlight, one of the first Zion highlights I've seen in years, right? About a week ago, he did a windmill, like fast break, wide open, two-step. He went to do a windmill, and this boy had this much of a gap to the rim, and I was like, yo.
He didn't get it?
I know he dunked it, but Zion was like, his head was here.
But this is the thing.
It was like this.
But people don't understand, okay? They only look at the games.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's the preparation.
Yeah.
That man has to practice every single day. Remember, he has to keep his weight down. He has to condition. Let me tell you.
That weight down.
Let me tell you. Man, that man body is exhausted already. You understand? Then they got the play-in going on. Guess what? When the last time have you seen all the athletes in the league healthy at one time? So the play-in right now, everyone's actually trying to win it. I think you get a bonus of $500,000 or something for each player.
Everybody get 500.
Everybody get 5. Shoot my 5. Give me my 5 now.
That wasn't on the CNN article.
Yeah. That wasn't on the article, George.
Man,
George,
hey, I didn't know shit about this. I didn't know shit about this tournament.
George,
hey, Marcus, put us on, dude.
Listen, so like each player, I guess they're getting like $500,000. We were talking about it the other day, and then the coaching staff also get $500,000. So at the end of the day, why?
Oh, we in it.
There you go. Guess
we
what?
In it to win it.
First time in a long time, you get to see all your favorites out there. You understand? Because at the beginning of the year, all the guys are healthy. Opposed to at the end of the season, where everybody is banged up and went through 82 games.
Yeah.
And not even counting the practices, right? So listen, not to just flip it. I was looking at, I'm just doing a little homework, and the Allen Iverson practice.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's coming back, and they're trying to say that the media should owe Allen Iverson an apology.
Yes.
Because now guys are sitting out games.
And nothing. Gilbert was talking about this.
Yeah, okay.
It was Gilbert.
So now you got to think, guys are sitting out games.
Nothing.
And practices. And they were giving this man, they were jumping down his back.
Yeah.
Because he was sitting down in practices and making sure he wasn't missing the game and cheating the fans.
Yeah. starting riffs with him and Larry Brown.
Wow, yeah, because think about what they did.
Dissension inside the locker room, of course.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now it's culturally acceptable that we just go, I'm gonna miss 30 games this year.
Yeah, just so, you know what? My career can last 20 years. Imagine that.
Come on, man.
These guys
selfish.
are
It's selfish.
No, this is the thing. Tell them knock that contract down. Okay, if you're going to miss 30 games, this is what your pay will be docked if you miss 30 games, because it's fans that actually want to, show up to those games and save their life savings to go to some of those games. And you mean to tell me I can't see Joshua? I can't see you on the floor?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, they're definitely cheating them.
Yeah, look, and we talked about this. I can't. I've done too many shows now, but I was talking about they need to institute rules in terms of like tracking. Okay, well, you missed a game versus the Suns. You can't miss the second game versus the Suns, or like if it's I'm in the East Coast and we're playing a West Coast team, I gotta play. If I'm healthy, I gotta play.
Bro, you cannot ask for that max if you're not playing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're healthy, you have to play.
1,000%.
Like, it's just no way. Like, look, there's guys out there that will be like, you know what? Give me the max. I'll play his minutes.
My minutes.
And George's minutes. Give me Marcus's minutes too on the side. You know what I mean? Like, stop cheating the fans, man. Get out there and play ball. Mm-hmm. Like, this thing just came out. Like, we're just going to sit out. Like, no, we've been playing. We've been up and down the floor. Think about it, man. We've been playing outside growing up. Mm-hmm. Nobody thought about knees and different things like that. No one thought about ankle. No, and you know what? I think about it now every day.
I wish we did.
I don't know how. Guess what? I didn't shave at least about a goose.
I didn't left some skin on the asphalt.
Man,
literal skin is out there. I got bumps and bruises to prove it.
Oh my God, man! Listen, I done left everything out there. I'm talking about.
I dove on blacktop. Like, what is wrong?
Bro, I was out there throwing it off the glass. So imagine what my knees feel like, man. Right now, I tell you, I get out of the bed right now, and I'll be like, "What is going on?"
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Happy early birthday to Marcus,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You
about to be 40 something. You know,
First of all, hold my age down, okay? like rate me on how I look. Like, be like, you know what? He don't look like he about to be, you know what I mean?
Something or other.
Like, no, I don't want. Just keep mine low.
We out here.
You know, you don't speak a grown man's age.
My birthday was Friday. I'm almost 40 something. So
That's great.
Youngins get old.
Hey man, I'm 41, man.
Yeah,
it's nothing, man. Listen, I'm still grinding. I'm still here. I thank God every single day for another opportunity to breathe this great air, this life that we able to be a part of. And like I said, man, it's you got to keep piling them up, and that's just what it is.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, we can keep talking NBA. Marcus, Steph Curry dropped 38, and he is continuing to kill out here, but the Warriors lost. They lost the game. They need secondary scoring in their game. Klay had 16. Andrew Wiggins only had 6. Draymond Green had 9. And Kuminga had 10, but was 2 for 11 from the field. The Warriors are 6-5 right now. I've said in the past, to me, Kuminga is the player that unlocks this team. Because he's the only one for me that's still an unknown.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with him.
You don't think so?
No, you can't put that pressure on him yet.
I got to.
No, you can't.
He was a lottery pick, and sometimes the pressure got to come.
But it ain't his time yet.
I'll let you go.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Anybody gonna get Klay Thompson and wake him up? Like, I just want somebody to act as if we are the Splash Brothers still. Because right now, at this very point in time, he's hitting a shot or 2 or 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. Back then, he was making plays. He was guarding the best player on the floor.
Yeah.
You understand? You can throw him the ball and create. They were calling plays for him. Now he's another guy.
Yeah.
It sucks, okay? And let me tell you, Draymond, he's the same. They got to get more from Draymond than just technicals. You're hurting the team at one point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't average 9 points and, you know what I mean, like be the biggest voice on the team and, do these kind of things. Like, I just think they need more out of Draymond. Chris Paul, guess what? His role needs to increase. Don't take his role away. Don't make him just deal with the second unit because this guy has always been, with the first.
Do you think that's a good idea to put us? I thought about this. I was like, do you want Chris Paul starting the second unit so that way you have 2 star-studded lineups, or would you rather have Chris Paul play with Steph Curry? Obviously, it's going to happen in the game, but what happens the majority of the time?
He got to do both.
Yeah?
Right? Yeah, like these
You
guys.
got to play, bro.
This is what these guys are getting paid to do, okay?
And have done in the past.
Right. Like, why? They're basketball players. Let them play basketball. Let them go out there and figure it out. Give them what they need to go out there and make the plays. You understand? And they just got to play basketball, right? Because now it's not about position, right? Like, basketball is positionless. Okay. Now you could play 3-point guards. You could put 3-point guards on the floor at one time. You understand?
Right.
You got to use Chris Paul. Listen, at the end of the day, his scoring goes down, but his assist has to go up.
Yeah.
Right? Draymond, what are we doing? Okay, it's either you're going to score the ball or you're going to rebound the ball because the stat line that he's giving me is not enough for what he got going on
with everything else.
Everything else.
Everything else that
I don't want that guy, right, on my team. Like, do you guys remember Rasheed Wallace used to get a tech?
Every game.
Every game, and you'll be like it was a time like, bro, are you really just that mad? Right? Or is it attention? And I know it's not attention, right?
Yeah.
People say it's emotion, but what emotion hurts the team? That's a technical foul.
Yeah.
The other team shoots free throws for it.
You're
right?
costing us points.
You're costing us points, so it's just like flags on the football field, right? You don't want those.
Yeah.
Okay. Draymond is now like, and like I said, man, he's a great guy. Right? Would never, you know what I mean? Like, it's not talking down. It's just like I said, man, I need more from him.
Yeah.
Right? It's because I know that it's either that team, they got to break the whole team up. And I'm talking about that core for those guys to get over that hump. Okay? Because Clay's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Draymond's to the point where he's just bullying everybody now. Okay? and the play is not coming out on the court. Kuminga, those guys are young. They got rid of Jordan Poole. They got Chris Paul, which is older.
They got rid of Weissman.
Yeah, you got rid of Wiseman. But
that's the reason why I put it on Kuminga. Because he's they had that window.
What does Kuminga do, bro?
Well, no. Here, I'll tell you why I say that. Because they had the window where they literally could have turned this thing into the Spurs. Truthfully, and I'll tell you what I mean.
Yeah, but you know what what stops these guys now? It's the loyalty.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. They've had loyalty. They've had loyalty from a core group of 3 guys for their entire run.
Yeah, but
together.
they were never gonna be that. Let's just be real, okay? With Klay Thompson going down, and they cannot. I don't care what no one say. Money talks, right? Draymond don't put enough up on the board for me.
No,
he's never have. Like, he can't. As much as he's going off on everybody, right? Give me 15 and 9 and 10
and shut up.
Right? If you could do that, like, okay, cool. I'll deal with what Draymond brings to the table because he is a leader, right?
Yeah.
And let's be real. What do you mean a leader, right? Let's talk about. Now, is he the enforcer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you mean to tell me
enforcer getting 100 mils?
Come on, man. Move around. Like, that's what it is. The league is getting better.
Yeah.
Right? All these kids now are running faster, jumping higher, shooting the ball better, creating shots. It's every position.
Yeah.
Look at Wemby right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, for him doing that mean the game is super evolving. I need more from Draymond. Okay, stop being the best handoff man on the planet. No, but I'm sorry. Like, look, you get everybody IQ-wise shots. Okay, bring that shit off the bench, right? Because you can still have the same IQ. Bring it off the bench in less time, and then guess what? Now you can let Kuminga guys like that develop.
Yeah, because it's 5-on-4.
Man,
it's 5-on-4 and shoot, when it's him and Looney out there too, it'd be 5-on-3.
And like I said, and then you look at it like I said, and that's what I'm speaking of when I say the loyalty.
Yeah. Right? Loyalty from the organization.
Man, get them guys. It's time, right? These guys are trading. Think about it, man. D Wade got traded. LeBron left home.
Yeah.
Remember. Like, all these guys, everybody, Michael Jordan left.
Yeah, in the end.
Okay, but it don't matter. He still left. Scottie Pippen left. So did Charles Barkley. Like, you keep going down the list, it's only a handful of guys that stayed.
So did Akeem.
He did. Everybody, but look, it's only a handful of guys that stayed, and guess what? Those guys,
Patrick?
They was damn near trying to push those guys out.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Carl, John Stockton, Carl in the end.
100%
Stockton
went to the
stayed,
Lakers.
Stockton stayed.
Yeah,
Reggie Miller stayed.
Okay, 2.
Dang.
Tim Duncan.
Tim
yeah.
Duncan.
Okay,
Kobe,
but guess what?
obviously.
Kobe, watch this. Tim Duncan didn't have a choice. Tim Duncan would only way you could stay at these teams, you have to take a significant pay cut.
Yes.
Think about it. Tim Duncan took a pay cut for Ginobili.
For winning.
Just because he wanted a better team.
That's right.
That's the sacrifice. These guys keep on like saying things like,
I want to win.
It's this player. He's the dominant. No, you got to put a team around, right?
Yeah.
And the Spurs, that's Spurs basketball. All these guys are selfless.
Yeah.
They put the organization and that Spurs logo in the front of their ego, right? And this is the thing. That's how you get a guy like Tony Parker. Remember when Tony Parker was a max guy? That means if I'm max back then, Duncan don't max back then.
Yeah.
If I'm max back, if Duncan don't max, then Ginobili's getting $2-3 million. That means he can go to any team he wants.
That's right.
So that means, guess what? These guys literally. What about Bruce Bowen? What about these guys took a pay cut because they were winning at the time?
That's right.
And you know what happened? I want a chance to win too. You know what? I got a couple dollars in my pocket. I can sacrifice $2 to $3 million. And this is how these guys are thinking.
For the win.
Think about it. Look at Miami. D-Wade, those guys came. No, don't be trying to shush me, Josh.
No. I got one for you. I got one.
you, yeah.
I got one for you because this is actually something that always comes up online.
Go ahead.
Would you rather Robert Ory's career, so the 7 rings that Robert Ory has, or a James Harden maximize your money franchise type guy situation? Which one would you rather be?
Well, to be honest, my son don't eat rings. My son and my daughter don't eat rings. Man, see, this is the thing. Listen, if you guys want me to be honest,
I want you to be honest. And you did it.
Gotta be this kind of smoke.
It wasn't me. It wasn't just me.
Listen, bro. Listen. Now, right now, I got 10 rings to my name right now, right?
Okay.
But my bank account is empty.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. It don't add up. Okay, if you're doing this for your family, and that's what I'm telling you, like guys like Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, that's the sacrifice. Because right now, guess what? These guys not asking for less money. James Harden mad right now, right? He was upset right now. Because you know why? Daryl Morey, you're a liar. You know why he's a liar? Because you said if I take a pay cut and I get all these guys over here, you're going to take care of me in the end. That's really what the fuss is about. That's what everything, it has to be about money. Just think about that. Right? So, of course, man, the only way to win nowadays, right? You have to take that pay cut. Like you got these guys, man, I was looking over there at.
Or get lucky. That's the only.
Everybody got to fall over and break their leg. Think about it. The year that, and you take nothing from the Raptors.
Yeah. Everybody got hurt.
In the league. Golden State was
in the
down.
league.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Golden State has 10 players down.
Legit.
Right?
Legit, they did.
The Raptors would have never beat them.
No.
If they had a squad.
If KD was right.
100%.
If Clay was right.
Think about the Celtics. Look
they
at
lost Jason Tatum that year and Jaylen Brown.
Okay, so this is the thing. Somebody got to have a rabbit's foot.
Right? Yeah, it's in Kawhi
like
Leonard's 1987 Toyota.
Come on, man.
Hey,
and then guess what? You
Kawhi,
ain't heard nothing from him since, right? And guess what? He's a great player, but you guys put winning on his back. You put all of that on his back, right? Well, it was timing. Timing. Like you said earlier, you have to be luck. You don't take nothing from Kawhi. But the guys that was around him was just as hungry. And you know what? The way the league was transitioning at the time, it was perfect, right? And you know what? He made it happen. But right now, we can't even get him on the floor.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years now.
That's crazy.
It's been 5 years and we can't see this man on the floor.
I can't think of many highlights since then, truthfully.
Guess what? No, he got a lot of highlights. Don't get it twisted. I watch his games, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, now you in the land of Oz. Everybody's in L.A.
Yeah.
You got to do something spectacular.
Yeah.
LeBron, guess what? You know why he's still? Because he's doing something spectacular every single night. Imagine
Yeah.
People don't look at it like this, but LeBron's breaking the record every single night he step on the floor.
Yeah.
Every point he scores, it's a record break.
Is another height.
Everything he does, that's what it's about, right? Like, no, man, you can't cheat these people. You understand? And that's why, like, when it comes to him, I respect him so much because you almost be like, well, damn, what are you doing it for? Like, your kids have got a chance to see you at the highest level for so long. They should be like, Daddy, come home.
Kids in
like,
college.
Come on home. But guess what? I'm telling you, it's a different life once you finish because, you know, you being used to like a strict routine all your life. Think about this guy been doing it for 20 years, 21, whatever, right? Going on 21?
20. This
is
21.
Imagine the day after when you don't have to get up and go do this. Do he still wake up at the same time or do he live life?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There's no way you can just live life. You know what I'm saying? And I will tell you just from experience, it's like you still want to be told, you understand what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like what they call it, PTSD?
Yeah.
Like when you it's the same, bro, look, I'm telling you,
you
it's
go through depression and
you
and
do
all
because
those things.
look, even still to this day, right? And I don't look at it as depression. I just look at like I thank God for giving me the opportunity to be there, right? Like I could be asleep, man, and I can dream going down the baseline right now, taking off, right? And getting the and one and the dunk and things like that. And then you wake up, you be like, cold sweat. You really sweating in there and shit, right? You like, wait a minute. Oh, man, that was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So, like, no, you do go through it. And you got to think, man, some guys are different. Some guys can handle that. Some guys can't handle that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to be, you know, strong to do what this guy's doing this long because you got to be bored.
No, I mean, listen, look, everyone knows that I'm not the biggest LeBron fan.
You're a hater. That's because it's what it is. It's just a hater.
I don't care for him.
It's bad.
Why?
He's not a nice guy. I've met him many times. He's not. I don't like him.
Can I explain something to you? It's not my job, Josh.
Listen.
As a professional athlete,
listen.
to make you like me.
No. Not that.
Man, shake my hand and move around, bro.
No, listen.
I ain't got time. I can't be nice to everybody.
No.
That's not cool.
It's not that.
What is it?
I've met him in closed off situations.
Cool. I ain't got nothing for you.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm just dapping you up. It's like, all right, nigga, go ahead, keep it pushing.
He won't shake your hand, Josh?
Yeah, it's just weird. It was just weird energy. That's
what you do?
Huh?
What you do?
Not a thing. I was trying to move past him.
You sure you ain't been on the you ain't been on the podcast, man? And you was talking
This is way back before this.
He was wearing a pair of KDs.
And then no, not even that. It was probably Jordans. Definitely probably Jordans.
Yeah.
No, but then but I've also seen him move like where it wasn't even interacting with me around fans and other people, and he's done some deplorable things that it was like, yeah, I don't like you. Like it was more stuff
with 365
like that.
days in a year, right? Give my dog like more than 2 opportunities to make you a believer. You understand? Because just because you don't like him, because those 2 encounters is basketball, give him his fade.
No,
I
don't disrespect what he does.
You just don't like it.
I don't. He's not my GOAT. I'll put it to you like this: at no point in LeBron's career, and I guess this is a hot take.
Might as well.
Burn it. Have children gone out and tried to practice LeBron moves?
Yeah, let me explain it to you now. And I'm glad you brought it up.
Okay.
You guys know LeBron's really a big man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the day, it's like, when have y'all seen Karl Malone, somebody that big with that kind of physique?
Oh, that doesn't exist. He's one of one.
Okay, so let me tell you, the game is evolving, right? Mm-hmm. Like, remember, we had a LeBron, right? And this is why people have to be so thankful for this dude, and you're going to miss him when he's gone, right?
Oh, yeah.
When Jordan was out of here, right, I thought the world was over.
Sad.
Okay? I thought the world was over because who was going to wag their tongue?
Yeah.
Like, that's a style. Who was going to shoot the fadeaway? Like, who was going to dunk and spread their legs down the court? Like, do you understand those kind of things, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes you love and be in love with the game. LeBron, he's giving us everything and still able to fly through the air after 21 years. You understand? Still be a model citizen after 21 years. And guess what? Let me tell you a secret, Josh. Everybody got dirt. If it was a social media platform or anything back in the day, no one would like Michael Jordan. Better yet, no one would like any of your favorites.
For sure.
Period, right?
For sure.
So that's why you got to let bygones be bygones. Let them live. Because this is the thing, let me tell you something. Not everybody is from your era, right? The era that's being lived right now, LeBron's the GOAT, right? You know why? He got all the money in the world. You understand? His sons is doing what they're doing, right? Mike, it was only him. He was a one-man band. This dude is doing everything the right way, okay? So it's way more than just on the court. Yeah, he might not take the last shot like people want, right? But at the end of the day, would you rather me want to play with Michael Jordan or play with LeBron? Put me on the court with LeBron, because that makes me, and it holds me accountable of working on my game. I want that shot to come by to me again. So I'm going to shoot 1,000 of these. This is the thing, and Michael Jordan is on the floor, or Kobe is on the floor.
That's their shot.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not getting the ball.
So do me a favor. Be careful how you put it, right? Because like I said, man, there's some guys that, you know how many guys owe their life to LeBron James, their whole contract.
No.
Now watch this. How many guys owe their contract to Michael Jordan? Definitely not Scottie Pippen. I'm pissed, right? Think about it. MJ, you signing $300 million. I don't want this $16 million contract for 37 years. Come in and be like, yo, y'all can't offer him that. Because that's what LeBron would do. Ask Tristan Thompson. Ask all these guys. Look, he went in there. Yo, he went in there literally. All right, this is how it's going to be. He had to. They had to ask him what he want. The same thing in Miami, right? They had to ask D-Wade. They had to ask these guys.
Well, there is something to be said about that side, too.
Manipulative.
When you start talking about the Cavs ruined their whole organization to make LeBron happy, and LeBron bounced.
First of all, he shouldn't have left in the first place. They should have made him happy the first time around.
No, that's fair.
Okay, so
they didn't.
All right, so what are we talking about? You let bygones be bygones. You got me once. It's my bad.
Yeah.
All right. Twice, it ain't gonna happen, bros.
Yeah.
LeBron, does he come back and coach like Deion Sanders
Or
then
Mike?
And then just go on like a crazy run and
Nah, LeBron.
I think he's done.
LeBron life got too much life, right? And if he was smart, right? I've done so much. I need to enjoy family time, right? That's like the biggest thing for me now. Eat, sleep, basketball, but now watching my son, right? Enjoying the time with my daughter, homecoming, prom is coming up, things like that. Look, man, you have to become a human being one day.
yeah.
Right? Like me, I'm the kind of guy I want to go to the movies. Like I want to walk through Starbucks, you know what I'm saying, and just grab a little, you know what I mean? Like that's what you want. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to live life. If you don't live life, man, you're a robot every day. For what? For the money? For the fame? For the handshakes, the limelight? Let me tell you, man, I don't want to see people that much, right? To where like it affects my day to day. Like, man, look, we ain't playing no more. You ain't even got to get on the plane as much no more. Like me, I've traveled so much to the point where I move around only when I have to, because I'm just tired of dealing with the airport.
Everything.
It's just everything.
Everything.
It's just crazy. It's everything. Like when people say they retire, like this is what it looks like, right? But at the end of the day, you still want them dollars to come in the same way as you was, hooping. That's the main thing. You got to figure that part out. And LeBron ain't worried about no money.
Yeah.
So go sit down. Live your life. You understand? Because I'm going to tell you one person who never got to live their life. And I regret it. And I'm not speaking because I know, but I'm just speaking because of what I've seen, because of how much dedication the person had to the game. Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
He played his life and gave his life to the game. And guess what? Right when it was time, you understand? The tragic situation happened.
Yeah.
So now you'll be like, well, damn, he really didn't get to live his life.
No.
Right? The little girls was growing up, all of them. He was still growing up. He went from being in high school and being a kid to forced to be a grown man for the next 20 years. What was next? Remember, his portfolio and everything was blowing up. He was getting into life. He was doing different things. You see what I'm saying? So, Josh, it's very, very important that you separate these things, man, and you have to live life, right? You have to do these things, man, that's gonna keep your family tight. You have to do the things that, you know, keeps you grounded. Like, man, look, I've missed so many birthdays and Christmases, and like to now, like, man, I'm into throwing the pajamas on with the whole family sitting there. I'm singing all the songs. I don't want to miss nothing and be mad at the family if they don't call me.
Yeah, if they're not taking
right?
it serious.
Because think about it. I've been gone for so long too. They even forgot. Oh, Marcus is here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, look, I need that love. I want that love.
Yeah.
It's like I love my fans. I love, you know, the people who tracked me and followed me and made it possible for me to be the person who I am. And you know, I appreciate I get mine every day. But I want my life too. Like, and I want my privacy. I want to be able to be just like you, right? Like a regular person.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just how it boils down.
I love it. Well, before we get out, let's go ahead and switch gears, talk about your Phoenix Suns. The Suns right now are 4-6 and are struggling on the court. What do you think the Suns need to do to get this righted with their, you know, top-heavy roster, especially with injuries?
Nothing
at all.
I'm going to tell you the reason why and what the Suns are doing. It's kind of the same thing that the Lakers did to kind of build a little team up, right? Do you see the arsenal that they have over there?
Talking about Phoenix, yeah.
Guess what? At any time, any one of them big three can go to the big two and you can get a big six because each one of those guys can be traded for about 3-4 players. Realistically, right? So right now, you see what you have. You let them play. This is the first year. When Miami got together, did they win? Nope, not the first year.
How old is Kevin Durant now, though?
It don't matter. Kevin Durant still can, with those guys, with Bill, they can switch off and be first, second, third scorer every single night. It should never be the burden of
you every night.
Because this is the thing. Kevin Durant got a lot of miles on his legs.
Yes.
And guess what? He's not the biggest, not the most athletic. I mean, physique, right? So you got to think that has a lot to do with the game, too. Why you think they want Wemby to get in the weight room? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? When you get to that height, it's a lot of little knick-knack things that stop you from being great out there, right? So that's why they got to manage. Like, if I was them, I would manage. I wouldn't even worry right now at this point in time. Just get me to the playoffs.
Just get a seat.
Just get a seat, right? And, you know, right now I would use the bench, like get all those young guys active right now. Get their confidence up. Because you know that Book is going to give you 20, 25, 30. KD going to give you 20, 25, 30. Bradley Beal is going to give you 25, 30, right? So it's a possibility for all those guys. Now, how do you manage it? Because that's only 60 points.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that they have Vogel. So they've got a coach. They have a legit coach with them.
We'll see.
You know what I mean?
Because the thing about Vogel, if he don't get starstruck, because I think he got starstruck in LA. Right?
That's
because fair. And the only reason why I say that, because, man, look, you got to tell LeBron to sit down. You got to tell him to move the damn ball. Like, LeBron, if the pace, and this is what happens when the Lakers play a little faster, right? They're a better team. As you know, as LeBron, he's older, so he plays at his pace, right? So I'm gonna slow this thing down. I'm gonna sprint when I see that dunk, right? That's only one down and back, right? So he manages his play, okay? But now, no, you need a squad. Put the squad around him. Keep them going, boom, 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 boom. Now you throw him in the fire and let him get his little spurts off, right? And that's how it need to work with Phoenix, right? Because you got to think, Bradley, he could play the point. He's cool. That's what they needed. All the way point. Book is going to be the man. He's going to make everybody know that he's the man, right? Without any words, okay? This is my team. So he's going to shoot every shot possible. And I've been looking at the TV. He does it now, okay? This is the thing. KD is going to have to accept that second role. You know why? Because at the end of the day, he did the same thing in Brooklyn. They went to Kyrie first. Went to Kyrie first. And then, because you got to think, Kyrie's a real guard. Book and those guys are guards. KD is a 7-footer, so he's still down there in the block. Yeah. Even though he's a guard. Yeah. Right? His game is different. Yeah. right? But they need to manage those guys' time. One of them, they can't play together all the time. And I think the guy who is going to sacrifice that time will be Bradley Beal. And that would be the guy that he can still get his numbers, but he can get it
with the second
squad, like what they got Chris Paul doing.
Yes, that's when you go get loose. You get looks, we're running plays for you, and then when you come back to the main core, you're more of a facilitator.
Yep, sure.
And shooting the wide open looks that are given because of the double teams.
The easy, and then you're playing against the other squad's second team.
Yeah.
If you're Bradley Beal, and remember, he's used to going against starters.
That's right.
So you're putting inexperienced players, on the floor with a guy that's a superstar.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it. All right. Well, we weren't able to get to some NFL today, but that's all right. Got some good conversation with our guy Marcus Banks coming back in the studio.
Man, I'm glad to be here, man.
We gonna make this thing work. Yep. What you got on your feet?
Man, these dogs tired, boss. Dog, give me a break. Give me a break, Georgie. Get him up off of me.
It's tough, dude. You talked about LeBron for like 20 minutes, like Josh's fucking skin's just wailing right now. I'm starting to like him. Fuck.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna get into it a little bit more.
We should buy him a jersey.
No,
don't
it's
you
cool.
in your entire
why would you?
Do that?
No, that's ridiculous.
That's right.
Like I want a Michael Jordan jersey. I want every great player jersey. Hey man, stop being a hater. It hurts. It's difficult. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't.
Wow, you go to sleep like I hate him.
Nah.
It's something like that. That's what a hater is.
Nah, he don't get that kind of. He don't get that kind of.
You just don't like him. You don't like him.
I'll tell you more about it off air. Yeah. Just
man, these guys listen.
He don't get that kind of emotional energy out of me. But
LeBron jerseys next week.
Don't do it.
I'm with it.
I got one. I have one.
You can wear one, George.
I appreciate greatness.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
So do I.
I don't think so.
I don't. I don't
think that's you.
There's certain things that have been
just
afforded.
A little sensitive. There's
certain things that have been afforded that people like to walk past, but it's all right. We'll talk to you guys next week. Excited for more football action, and what else is going on?
What we got coming up in the next Formula One?
Formula One is coming up next week, and then hopefully have some more interviews coming up. So excited for what's coming. So
all right, cool.
All right,
cool.
We'll see you guys next time. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.